Aloha, Richard Halverson here. This is ICS321. It's the first video in summer session 2022. And so today I'd just like to go over the syllabus and show you where everything is. Let me share my screen. Okay, I've logged into La Lima. And if you don't see ICS 321 up here, then you got to click over here and find it. Or if you can't, then it means something's wrong with your registration. Email me, let me know. I can put you in here manually until that gets settled. So you can click on once you come in, it's overview, and there's not really anything here. The syllabus is the first important thing. So click here and you can see the syllabus. So I'm gonna tell you in advance when I'm gonna do the class recordings. And I'm gonna do a recording at least once a week, but maybe more than once a week, maybe almost 3 times a week, maybe, we'll see. Just to keep in touch. And I may not give you very much warning. I might warn you when I wake up, I decide that day it's time to make a video, and I'll email you out an announcement in case you want to tune in live. Also, if you have a question, that's a good time because I can answer questions before I start the video, before I start the recording. But anyway, so those sessions will be recorded, and the content of those sessions is what you're responsible for. So you certainly don't have to watch them live. Nobody does. But the recordings will be posted later that day, and you can go in and tune in. And I usually cover. What I cover in the video is usually pretty important. It's how to do something, or in the beginning, I'm going to try to remember to announce all the important stuff in the beginning. So anyway, there's a playlist, and this is the link to the playlist. There's nothing there now, but this video will be the first video that's on the playlist. This is if you want to have a Zoom session with me, you can just email me or text me, and I can have a Zoom session with you if you like, or answer your questions. Texting is the most surefire way to get a hold of me because it comes right to my. And the first time you text me, tell me who you are, and I'll put you in my contacts so I know who you are next time. Tell me who you are and tell me what course you're in. All right. So here's and then there's a TA. So here's the TA. This is his email address. This is the textbook. It's an electronic textbook. This is the code. This is the code. It's cost $77. You can click either on the textbook or here to get the textbook. And I have a student version of the textbook already set up. But the first time you click on it, it's going to say it'll allow you to read chapter 1. You can look at chapter 1 for free. But then to look at more, you have to pay $77 with the credit card. So I'm going to cover the textbook just after I quickly zip through the rest of the syllabus here, so you know what's here. This is the schedule, and instead of weeks, I just chose days because it's so compact this semester in the summer session. So it's like I chose Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, except for there's a Monday that's a holiday and there's a Wednesday that's a holiday. Friday that's a holiday, so I took those out. Anyway, it comes up to about 16 days, and this is sort of a schedule to pace yourselves, okay? Everything is auto-graded, okay? I'm not doing any forums this session, so everything is auto-graded, which means, it doesn't take any time for me to grade. So I'm not going to enforce any deadlines to getting your stuff done because it would just be arbitrary. Everything's got to be done by the last day of class, or the Monday after the last day of class. That would be July 4th. At that July 4th, I download all my scores. I download all your grades, and I've got formulas and everything. Pop them into Lima and your grade appears. And so, but if you wait till the last minute, of course, well, you won't get it done because there's a lot of work. I give you a lot of guidance, but there's a lot of things that you have to do. Most people do well in this class because they soon figure out that they just have to do everything. And I do give good guidance in videos, either this semester or previous semester videos, so you can sort of get everything done and you learn along the way and everything. All right, so so this is the grade breakdown, and half of your grade is in the textbook and the other half of the grade is your assignments. There'll be 7 assignments. Okay, so so let's take a look at the textbook, and there are 3 kinds of activities you do in the textbook. There's the participation, challenge, and Xylabs. So let's take a look at those. There's 9 chapters. Let's take a look at the first chapter. Here we start out with database basics, and you can watch this video here on what a Xybook is, and on every page there are participation activities, and participation activities are just clicking through this, and then you get the points. Okay, so for example, here I can just click through this. And this is the very first one. I should be paying attention and reading. Click again, and these examples of public data sets. Very interesting public data sets here. And then see, now I got a check mark up here, and so I got all the points. And then there's these kinds of participation activities. You line these up. I don't know, this is probably this one. And of course, if you get it wrong, you just fix it. And you can just keep on doing it until you fix it, until you get them all correct, and then you get all the points. So collects data relative to all forms of cancer. Well, I'm going to guess it's this, but if I were to put it in the wrong place, so I put it here, it tells me it's wrong because that's actually this one. And process of elimination, I see Kaggle is this thing here, and now I got all the points. Okay, so these are participation activities. So you go through here, and you should be, don't just click through. You want to read it and understand it, because then that helps you do the challenge activities, which I'll show you in a moment. There's also these multiple choice questions, and again, you can just click until you get the right answer, but of course you should try to get the right answer by understanding this animation up here and being able to answer these questions. All right, so this basic talks about database. I'm going to click over here, and we can see more things here. I don't think I think there's a challenge activity, maybe number 3. I want to show you what a challenge activity looks like. Must be 4. Here where this first chapter just introduces you to all of the things that you're going to learn throughout the rest of the textbook. Let's see, let me just take a quick look here and see if I can figure out. Okay, there is one in 1.3. There's a challenge activity in 1.3, so I must have missed it. Here it is. This is a challenge activity. Okay, so these are a little bit harder than the participation exercise, because these don't tell you, you can't just click through enough times and it'll tell you the right answer. It'll allow you to retake it until you get the right answer. And if you take it, once or maybe once or twice, you'll get different questions, but after maybe the 3rd time, you'll start seeing the same questions over again, so you'd be able to get them that way. But you want to try to learn this in here. So there are 4 of these, 4 challenge 4 parts of this challenge activity, and so as we step through it, we get points. And so this is one where let's just click start, and the question is, what is the new rows area. So this is inserting, if you were to read all this stuff here, you'd know, oh, we're inserting a new record into the database table. This is a table, it's a table of countries. And the order does count. This is the name, this is the capital, this is the area, and this is the population. So this question is, what is the new rows area? Well, it would be this one. And it says it's this one. Great. Check. Lo and behold, I got the right answer. Got the points. And now I can go on to the next one. And so these are challenge activities. So you're going to want to do all these. And then finally, there are labs. And labs are the hardest. I'll go over this particular, there's this in this textbook, you can install this Sakila database on your computer. I don't think it's available on a Mac, but I'm not having you do that. I'm giving each of you a server, which I'll get to later. You each have a server that you're gonna do your assignments on. And it's a regular old SQL server, MySQL server. And so all of the Sakila exercises you will be able to do on your server. And then you do it on your server, you get the right answer, and then you paste it into the box here. You paste it in the box and you click submit mode and you run the program and it grades it for you. And it tells you if you got it all right or not. If you didn't get it all right, I have this textbook set so you can try it as many times as you need to, as many times as you want to get the right answer. I like stepwise refinement, mini steps, baby steps. I like, when I'm writing code, I like to start with just the basic shell, and then I add a little bit, run it, add a little bit, run it, add a little bit, run it, and develop my program that way. And if I were to limit the number of times that you could run it, then that'd be, I wouldn't be encouraging that. So anyway, so these are lab activities. Now, I'll just let you know the chapter that's got the most lab activities is the chapter 3, where we really dive into SQL. We really dive into structured query language, and there's a lot of labs here. So like here, and again, this thing. Here you're supposed to, it's asking you to enter the create statement, the SQL create statement, to create a table with these constraints, these fields and these constraints. And again, you execute it. You can execute it in development mode, and you see the results, and then finally you can submit it and see if you get all the points. So again, there are participation activities, there are challenge activities, and there are these labs. And there's labs all the way through. And some of them use Sakila, many of them don't, many of them do. And finally, in chapter 7, this is this database application programming. Our assignments lead to this, and here it talks about database programming in Python, and you have your last assignment. You have to write an API in Python, and there's also database programming, and the title of this chapter is for the web, but really this is PHP. And so you're going to have in assignment 7, you're going to have to get some PHP code to work. All right, so that's the textbook. And next, I'd like to look at the assignments. You'll see here, there's a total of 7 assignments. If you click over on assignments here, and you see these are the 7 assignments, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And again, these due dates are highly recommended due dates, but at the end, I'm gonna run them all, or run my grader on all your assignments, and that's why you have to do it on the server that I give you, because my auto grader is connected to the server. And so All right, so the first assignment is just to get you familiar with your server. And so everyone's got a server. It looks like it's, you can get to it by following these directions. And so it's your server URL is your username followed by ICS321.com. And so for mine, it's at RICHARD H because that's my email address. I've got a lot of stuff here, but for this class, I've created a replacing my I with a 1. Okay, so this is the one I've created for this class. And so when I do assignments to show you how to do stuff, I'm going to do it in this one. And so to get to my MySQL and to get to the file manager and all that, you know, this is just that. To get to where I can put stuff on the server, I go to this URL /cpanel, and I get to this page, and here I type in my username, and what my username is the first 5 letters of my Richard H, the first 5 letters followed by 321. And I've had to do this because I have students that take more than one class from me, and it's their old account is on the server. So by somehow connecting it with the course number, it separates. So in this case, I've made this R1CHA. That's the first 5 characters of my username, and then it's 321. So that's my username, and then my password is the first letter of my last name capitalized. That's capital H. The first letter of my first name lowercase, which is a lowercase r, and then it's my 8-digit UHID, which is and then at the end it's %, hashtag, exclamation point. %, hashtag, exclamation point. And that's that's the username and password, and it logs in. And you know, you can save it if you want. I like to test my memory, so I don't save it. All right, so now you can. This is how you get to the file manager, and this is your sort of your home directory. See that up there, and this is the public HTML directory. This is where you would put something that would show up r1chardh.ics321.com. So if you want to put something here, this is where you do it. Create a new file, call it hello.html, create a new file, open it up. Does this work? HTML editor? I'm just going to open up an editor. And so I'm going to say, hello there, exclamation point, save. And now when I go to the index, I see, oh, there's my file. Of course, if I made it index.html, then it would just automatically display that, but just wanted to show you this here. And so there's my, anyway, so you're going to put stuff in here. You're going to put assignment things in here. So that's the file manager, and then there's the databases, and here's where you actually create a database. And here, the next video, I'll show you how to set up the Sakila database, but we're going to set it up on this instead of setting it up on your own computer. And so you'll see that. And then go back to cPanel. And we use PHPMyAdmin as sort of the database management system. It's a very, very rich and robust. And you'll see your databases over on this side, and you'll be able to look at them and manipulate them. Okay, that's the databases. The other important thing that you're going to that you should learn about is the terminal here. If you click on terminal, then you have a make sure you know what you're doing. Then you have the command line access to your server. So that is so that's your server. So that's what you do here, and this the first part here is you locate the .htaccess file. I should probably show you where that is. Okay, so here I'm in the directory where you see the main files that in the root directory, where the your URL is, and what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to locate the hidden .htaccess file. Well, the way to do that, the way to get the .htaccess file is you have to do it in the file manager here. And I know that I'm right in this video. I'm right up here, so I'm gonna have to move this over because I want to so you see what I'm doing here. Here you hit settings, and over here you go show hidden files. So click on that, save, and now you can see your .htaccess file. So the first thing you're supposed to do is go in here, edit it, and it's got that there. Take these 3 lines, and what this is going to do is this is going to make it so when anybody goes to your website, it automatically switches over to the secure server. So copy this, excuse me, paste it right up at the top, save changes, and now you notice here we're not at the secure server. If I just hit refresh, it should shoot me over to the secure server. So I'm just going to hit refresh, and lo and behold, now it goes to the secure server. So what I can do now, and what you have to do is you have to go to the grading assistant, and this is how you grade your assignments 1 through 7. This is the Autograder, and you want to type your I think it's R1CHA321, and then HR, and go to redirect test, see if it worked, and lo and behold, success. So I got the point. Great. Go back here, and this does the second 2. So that's the Autograder, and I showed you the server. Finally, let's look at the Gradebook. Oh, okay. Here's the Gradebook, and they're all your assignments and everything are here. These are where your participation exercises are scored. So I just copy them down from Zybooks, and they get added to this percentage here. Their scores. Resources is where you can see all the video playlists for the previous semesters back to spring 2021. So, and this right here is going to be this one, but these are the previous ones, and all these assignments and almost all these things, I've actually done them in a video, and it's pretty good at saying what I did. It kind of tells you what I did and decide now. But the thing is assignments are the same number, but the chapters are different. In Zybooks, you can rearrange chapters, you can delete chapters, and I've done some rearranging for this particular semester, so they might not be exactly right, especially when you get up to the top here. Oh, look here, I show you how to do the Sequila database. So maybe I'll next time I'll review this, and I'll just point you to that video. If it's any good, I'll make sure it is. So that's that. I think that is all I have for you today. Syllabus percentages, this is pretty normal. All right, let's see. So I will see you later this week. I hope this helps you get started. Thanks for watching.